This is awesome. I'm a Natalie Wood fan, so we got Bombers B-52. Tell us about this.
Bombers B-52 Sparkle was a movie that was produced and filmed here on Castle Air Force Base, and it came out in 1957. And as you can see, it starred beautiful Natalie Wood, Efrem Zimbalist Jr., Karl Malden, and Marsha Hunt. And I do believe Marsha Hunt is still with us. This is Natalie Wood posing, getting out of a B-52. The Ford Thunderbird, and that is a picture of Natalie Wood with Colonel Eubanks, who just passed away a couple of years ago at 98. He accepted the first B-52 here at Castle in 1955. What you see here is there's Karl Malden with one of the producers of the movie. And of course, this is Natalie Wood with a B-52 crew. And in those days, they would actually name their airplanes. City of Turlock, City of Merced, City of Livingston, City of Madeira. So that was a practice. You can see here's one of the set cards, and they're in the Ford Thunderbird right there. And if you look close at this building, it looks like a lot like this building. That was the barracks that were on the base at the time. Still a leftover from World War II. If you look at this picture here, here's some cards of when Natalie Wood on set. This is a replica of the red dress she wore. There's a copy of the script. If you look at this, this is a picture of Natalie Wood when she was here dancing at a high school dance, a March of Dimes dance with a local student.
I bet that made his senior year.
Yeah, I'll bet it did. The movie, we partnered with USC on this, which is the Warner Brothers repository, and that's how we got the pictures. But the movie really showcased the capabilities of the B-52, and they showed they alluded to the around the world flight and all of that took place. 1957 was a year that they took B-52s from here and flew them completely around the world without landing. So that was like 45 hours and so many minutes. Now, when they got back here, it was January. January in the valley gets very foggy. Oh. So they had to divert to March Air Force Base in Riverside to come back. But that was a big deal because that was meant to show, hey, we can be ready at any time or any place and be there for you. But yeah, that was a big thing here.
So what was it like? Because this was an active military base, and then you have a movie here. What is how they worked that all out?
They worked it out. I mean, security-wise and everything. With the production company, certainly the actors and actresses weren't in any area that was a sensitive area. Props were built and things like that. There's one scene where Karl Malden is up inside the B-52 and the wheel well and the gears down, and that's all done in Hollywood, okay? He's got a big fan, they're on the ground, he's got a big fan blowing him around, making it look like he's fixing this thing so they can lower the landing gear. So, yeah. Now, some of these was filmed in the big hangar out there that's still on the base. But, yeah, this was very, the flying scenes in it were very well. Unfortunately, it didn't do really good at the box office, but that's okay. It's famous for Castle Air Force Base.
Right, just thinking, they say quiet on set, and then there's all this stuff going on. There's constant airplanes. It must have been a little bit chaotic, especially in the 50s.
Oh, yeah, in the 50s, you bet. There's another actor that came through here as well, who was a brigadier general, a World War II veteran, and he came through here to get B-52 qualified, and that's James Stewart, or Jimmy Stewart.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really impressive. Well, everyone really's got to come and see this and see the movie.
Yeah, and you can get the movie on Amazon or online. It's on a DVD, so you can own your copy yourself.
Oh, that's awesome. Everybody's got to go and get the movie.
Yeah, they do.
So, Ronald Reagan, Turkey Bird, what is this?
Well, when Ronald Reagan was actually running for governor, and remember this is back in the mid-60s, Ronald Reagan needed a way to get around California to campaign. So there was a gentleman who had a DC-3 airplane, as you see the little model of right there.
Wow.
And it was used to haul turkeys around and things like that in cages. And he was this grower was a good Republican, I assume, and he actually lent this DC-3 to Ronald Reagan that he went in and completely refitted to an executive interior to get Ronald Reagan around the state to do campaigns. So this is about 1966 or so, and
Did it air it out a little bit from the turkeys?
Oh, yeah, that was all taken out, and redone. But that was on his first run for governor, and that's what got him to all of his campaign stops, because he didn't have the jets at that time and so on. So that is a very interesting story. There's if you can see a publication there on it, and certainly that's a picture of the gentleman right there who became the grower and loaned the airplane and had it outfitted for Ronald Reagan to get around the state.
And then years later, when he became president, he rethanked them by getting one of their turkeys.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, because Ronald Reagan again had quite a career. He's a successful broadcaster, movie actor, two-time governor, and two-time president of the United States. There's not a lot of people that can have those kind of accolades. I thought he was a great man and great. Always had a quick return, a quick joke or a quip that could make you laugh. So. So he was Californian, and he had turkey from Stanislaus County at the White House.
I love that he remembered. He kept it to his roots when he went up there. No, he was that way, and I watched a documentary on him one time, and when he was in the White House, he always wanted to have time for his ranch down in Simi Valley, and one of his aides gave him his schedule, and he said, "There's no time for me to go on the ranch. Take your schedule and redo it. I need to go fix fences and things like that." So that's the kind of guy he was, down to earth, got things done, and God bless him. So when you come to Castle Air Museum and you see this, also don't forget to visit Air Force One.
That's right. The Chief flew on as president.